What's up, y'all? Oh, dude, the music thing works? Hold on. I'll leave that on. How's everyone doing? Happy hump day? Yeah, it's hump day. Am I like in a bad spot? Let me hear. My hair is a little. My hair ain't fresh today just because I woke up late because I slept late and I woke up late. Excuse me. I had to get that video out for y'all, so you know. Hopefully you enjoyed that video today. I filmed that last night. Yeah, that was rough. That was freaking rough. Let's commission build today. I'm surprised to see a bocc. I haven't seen a bocc in a long time. It's very interesting. I'll show you the board. So here's the box for the bocc. Okay, this is too wide. You're seeing my trash on the floor. Let's hide that. Give me some more space over here. Move this out of the way. Today we got a lot to do. We gotta do stabs and we gotta mill max, so it's gonna take a minute. So I'm gonna get right into it. Less of the fluff today. Here's the bocc. Upside down. Okay, I hear like metal sounds in this box. So I'm really concerned that it wasn't packed that great. So I'm not gonna show you the box. The bocc is a 65 XT board. Just like the Juby is a 60 XT. This is like 65 XT. Yeah, I don't like hearing metal sounds. Oh, is that just a plate? No, the plate wouldn't make that noise. That's okay. Oh, the parts just weren't screwed together. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. What kind of mounting style? Looks top mount to me, I think. I believe. Or sandwich mount. Maybe a sandwich mount. It's not. Is it gasket? Do I see gaskets? I don't think it's gasket. Oh wait, no, they didn't do that. Did they ship? Oh no, they shipped the weight. Just hanging out. Oh. Okay, we'll be fine. Let's not freak out, chat. Let's not freak out. But I'm gonna grab this test piece real quick. Some pancakes. Gotta keep up with your names on all these platforms, my friend. So let's go ahead and grab the PCB out. It looks to be sandwich. Let me see. The screws gonna go through here. No, the PCB screws here. I don't know actually. I don't know what kind of mounting it is. Let me see. Let me look it up. Dude, I have way too many tabs open. I should just close them all before my computer dies. What's up, Chris? Okay, bocc keyboard geekhack. I built like one or two of these. Not a lot, not frequently. But I've been known to build them from time to time. So let's see. Unique layout, sure. What kind of mount is this? It's a top mount, tray mount hybrid. It's kind of stiff, yeah. Eventually you have a special name on YouTube. Nice. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what it is, but we'll see. How do my fingers look when using arrow keys in 60, like with editing? Oh, I'll show you real quick. Let me make sure my thing works. There you go. So this is my toggle to go to dedicated arrows. When I hit that, the arrow's gonna be like this. So shift is up, left, alt is left, R win is down, right control is right. But also IJKL. So caps lock is my function, IJKL arrows. It's gonna be low key today while I just build and kind of get work done. Always grinding. I close commissions, I'm just clearing them out right now, and it's already the end of the month. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. My tweezers over here? Just because you use 65%. Yeah, you're a normie. Some of us have to represent the normies. Okay, I just knocked a bunch of shit over. So it does have underglow, pretty bright. And it's gonna be PC case, so right up my alley. Let's go ahead and test this PCB. Hopefully it shows up in VIA. It doesn't. Amazing. So hopefully the keys test. Does it look like a keyboardy keyboard today? I mean, it's kind of keyboardy. Mr. One. Master One? Mar One? Mar One? Thank you for becoming a tier 1 member. There you go. Turn on the sound so I can test this quickly. Recommendation for, wait, comments on Tofu 65? Is it still good? I mean, it still has that like thick kind of sound. QC 65 is cool though. Q2, So Tofu is just gonna be a stiffer mouse. So if you like tactiles, Tofu is still gonna be great. But you can gummy O-ring a Tofu 60, which is cool. Nice, Spider. Welcome. We're just building a keyboard from scratch. Today is going to be an interesting one for you to tune in on because this keyboard is normally a soldered layout or a soldered PCB where you have to use heat to solder in your keys. But today, what we're doing is soldering little sockets and make a hot swap so you can switch your switches anytime. It's going to take me a while to get all this done, but it's fine. We're just chilling today. Gonna be hanging out in my workshop. So this key isn't triggering anything. I'm hoping it's function. Let me see if I can grab another tweezer. You like soup and keyboards? I'm not a huge fan of soup. I want something meatier. Okay, let me try to trigger. Wait a second, how did I trigger F1 and F2? Oh, over here, okay. So, got my tweezers in there. Let's see if I can trigger something up here. Sick. Cool. So it is on function, we're good. I don't have to worry too much. I mean, well, soup and noodle soup are different things, man. Soup, I'm talking about like onion soup, tomato soup. I don't like that. But pho is not one of my favorite meals, cause like it's not that filling either. In the same vein. And if I order extra meat on it, it feels weird. Cause it's gonna cost so much money. So it seems like this PCB was soldered into before. I see some solder remnants, which is a little concerning. This was desoldered. That's very concerning. They didn't tell me that. So this may end up taking a long time or damaging the board. When you mil-max a board, you want it to be a fresh PCB. You don't want it to be desoldered. Because this is desoldered, now there's solder in the joint, meaning the sockets won't be inserted properly. Alright. Fortunately, I did not check that before, so we're gonna roll with the punches and see what comes out. I have the skill set to do this, but it won't be fast. I honestly forgot it was min-max 2 until like 30 minutes ago when I was checking the email. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. Okay, right shift is not triggering anything. Oh no, it is. Okay. Who's the bocc keyboard? Skill set and the grind set? God damn it, Sigma mindset. So if they desolder with a FR301, it might be okay, but I doubt. I hella doubt. Because I'm seeing bits and pieces. So all the sockets work. I'll show you right now. You can see right here. It's been desoldered, and it's not a clean desolder. I'll figure this out. Okay, I want to put the other stuff away because we're gonna have to really focus on this. Did I flip this backwards? No, is this right? Yeah, this is right. At least the Milmax sockets that I'm using are not 7305, so they're easier. I'll show you real quick. Let me turn off the VIA. Let me zoom in for this because I want you to have detail. So these are 0305 sockets, and if you've seen me solder before, typically I use 7305. As you can tell, 735 is smaller. Smaller in this situation is better because it sits lower on the PCB. They're more expensive, and they're actually harder to solder into the board. That's okay. I typically use this to make sure that there's no clearance issues, but you can use that too. They're easier to solder because it's a bigger lip. But let's see how this turns out. Before I even do the stabs, I want to make sure that this fits. You bought a second hand? Yeah, these I would not have recommended Milmaxing this. We'll figure it out, my friend. So, I'll show you real quick. So typically, to prepare this, all you do is take the socket and you put it into the joint. So I'll put it on my tweezer, right? Stick it in here, right? So as you can see, it's not going in. This is gonna take a long time. So I have to do every single one manually. What you have to do is you have to heat up an iron with a small tip and then put shit through with heat and then solder. It's like a really backwards way to do it. So you take, this is not connected, it's not heated up, so don't touch irons like this. You do this, you heat it, and then you push it through. As the iron heats the socket, let me see. As iron heats the socket, it's gonna melt the solder, slide through, and then it'll set. But typically with Milmax, you can do it all in one go by installing the sockets into the PCB, taping it down, and then soldering all in one go, kind of like assembly line. Now it has to be done manually. So before we get into that headache, let's just prepare the stabs, and we'll figure it out. So it's just gonna be a long stream. The fancy new sockets are 3305. 0305 is the old one. Can I pull a sub 10-minute on soldering? Not with this, Elijah. Not with everything I have to do to this one. This is gonna be like an hour soldering. Yeah, the guys shipped it to you like this. They should have screwed it together because the weight's scratched up against the PC a little bit. But to be fair, it should be closed. Like it should be on the inside, so it might be okay. But it's fine. We will work with what we have. I ain't got anything to do tonight except, you know, make videos. I have a social media campaign I do after this. I'm behind, but that's my bad. Alright. Hi Twee. Welcome. Ciao bang. Yeah, if it sounds like it's the bill for Ailey. God, this is gross looking. Yes, this is a huge jar of 25G0. I have to holy mod one too. Hold on. Need a band-aid. I am not leaving this spot for the next 3 hours. I'm sure. Easily, it's gonna be 3 hours. Let me go ahead and Milmac or Holy Mod 1. Good purple keyboards. Any percent. Hex 4B. There's a lot of purple Hex 4B. How did I even get that jar? A vendor gave it to me. It looks like a Vaseline container. It does. Yeah, a vendor gave it to me. Invo keys. I was like, yo, can I get some 25G0? They're like, bet. And then they just gave me this. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, cool. That's a lot, but cool. Yeah, Hex 4B is the easiest one to get, I think. Purple's not too very common of a color. I think it has limited appeal, so I don't think vendors would be willing to invest into it. Frog Mini. You gotta hit it though. No. No. No, I have to do stuff. No. Why trying to distract me? I have so much to build. Just coming here eating chips. Well, the Frog Mini's not out yet, right? I don't lose the top housing. Ever. I've never did. I used to do stem and bottom housing. Now I just do stem. If the switch is like smooth enough. Which they mostly are. If the switch is scratchier, then I would consider doing bottom housing, but I've never done top housing. I've tried it before and I found that it was just too much lube. So comic, I'm tired. I stayed up till 1:45 a.m. to make that video that you saw today. And I just can't bounce back like I used to as a youngin'. It's all good. As soon as I finish the stream, I'm going to sleep. Actually, I can't. I gotta work on another project. But after that, I go to sleep. Okay. Fully modded. 2 stems. Let's go ahead and just do all the housings. The PCB is RGB, yes. Hey yo, FitLab's back with us today. I sees you. I sees you. What's getting worked on tonight? A lot. We're doing a bocc, which is a 65% with macro columns. But you ever start a project and then you realize that there was scope creep while you weren't paying attention? I got scope creep today. This is probably going to be one of the hardest Milmaxes I've done live. I typically don't do Milmax live, but I forgot that this was Milmax, so that's my bad. So it's gonna be fun today. Be challenged. Does Holy Mod ever make stats feel stiff? No, it doesn't. That's not a thing that affects flex. Okay, let me do the spacebar real quick. So with Holy Mod, I do 2.5G0 on the wire. You're gonna go for Mecha 01? Dude, if you go to Mecha 01, that thing's coming at the end of next year. Y'all need to set your expectations. If you have a board today or are getting a board soon, if you enter a group buy like that, which is what it is, it's not a pre-order, it's a group buy. By the time you get the keycaps, you're likely not gonna have the board anymore. Please be aware of that. So I'm very hesitant to let people like plan to have a board match keycaps if they don't have both in hand right away. There's just delays all the time. Are TX styles the best right now? I wouldn't say the best, but I think they're pretty reliable. I like them because I don't have to mod like the Holy Mod I just did. But depending on PCB thickness, it can be a hassle. If the PCB is too thin, then it's a hassle. Because then the stabs will move a bit and make noise. The UT 360. I traded that for a Kiwi a while back. like a long while back. A Kiwi and a CRP set. I don't have it anymore. It was kind of sharp for my ears. Switches are not going to be wobbly if you do solder in the Thera 75. There is no reason for the switches to wobble because they can't. They're kind of bolted down by a metal joint. Are Stabies worth the cost? I'd rather go TX than Stabies. Because TX should be cheaper, but it's been creeping up in price. Alright, we got that one. The rest of these we're going to do XHT. I don't know if I charge them for SHT, but it's fine. So it's a little bit more reliable. And I'm running out, so might as well just finish it so I don't go back to it. XHT is from Bear Cables. Emery 65. Best on that board, tactile linear. What's the mounting and what's the plate, FitLab? 3 boards and no keycast delay this year? Yeah, for real. Like, you gotta get like EPBT 909 or JTK 909, something beige and something that will work with everything, or GMK WAB. And at least use that. Don't plan on things coming in on time. If you wanted thocc, getting a Bakaneko 65, Bakaneko's was a mistake. The gummy O-ring mount is just very loud and clacky. I mean, if you really wanted to thocc, I guess, case foam and tape mod the PCB. But what you're doing is masking the sound of a board. So you're going backwards. You don't want to do that. Where'd the brass center go from the sexy EL tofu? Oh, it's on my tray. I would swap it, but right now my fingers are looby. I'll swap it in a second. Do I wear prescription glasses? I do, but I'm wearing contacts today. I try to wear contacts so I can kind of look pretty for stream. No cap. Also, glasses kind of suck when you guys make me do push-ups and stuff, so. I've not experienced any maker boards because they haven't sent it to me, and they're hot swaps, so people don't commission me to build them. I haven't tried a Zero Jargons. Pat, that would be horrendous. You should solder in the cookies too. Plateless. Bakaneko 65 hot swap for now in the Emery 65. Palm or PC plate. I think any switch would be good. I would prefer linears with the PC plate. But there's nothing wrong with going tactile because I just did Corsas on the palm plate in the WinX 65 and it sounded great. But if you haven't tried inks, I always recommend those because those are my favorite switches. So Gateron Ink V2 or Gateron Oil King, Gateron CJ, they're all kind of in the ink family. Or a nice Gateron yellow, KS3 Pro yellow, or some J-Wicks. J-Wicks are very cheap. So if you're on a more of a budget, J-Wicks, Gateron yellows. Gateron inks are a little bit more expensive. I don't like dielectric grease because it gets everywhere. I can't control it. It's really easy to overdo lubing the wire with dielectric grease. I'm using XHT BDZ right now, but 25G0 is my usual go-to. Glasses make you look more intelligent. Not that I don't look intelligent now. It's true. Glasses do make me look more intelligent. But my glasses are kind of dirty now. You ever get like, they used to be like clear and now they're kind of yellowy. I don't love it. Okay. Backspace, enter, left shifts. I'm gonna need 3. Hello, J-Tang. I've tried Peters. They're pretty nice. I like Corsas more though. 75% or TKL? Creamy and white, excellent. It's like toothpaste, man. Yeah, I agree, Pat. I need to get some cheaper glasses because I've been doing Warby Parker and they're like kind of okay in price. But when you do like the blue light and then you do like the thinner lenses for me because my eyes are bad, it adds up. I need to get one of those. I need to get a sponsorship or something. Gat Ink more than Oil Kings. I honestly think Oil Kings and Gat Inks are very similar. So if you already have Gat Inks, don't worry about Oil Kings. But if you're buying new, go get Oil Kings. But Oil Kings are kind of overlubed from the factory and inconsistent, so you're gonna have to clean them off. And what's the other one? Box inks suck. All right, reduced travel with no long pull sound suck. I don't know why people are into it. That's like my least favorite. I'd rather use scratchy Gator Ink V2s than a box ink. Like, sure, they're smoother and more consistent, but why? Why are we doing that? Why are we sponsored next stream? I wish. I'm working on getting another sponsor. One of the patrons got me linked up. Crossing my fingers. Hopefully it works out. If it works out, I want to be a big deal. Y'all see? Y'all see. Oil King stem and box ink housing? No. Box inks are too expensive too. High pitch linears. SP Star Meteor Whites. I haven't seen the Ibu Maker. Nah, you gotta do it, Pat. You gotta solder it in. Some people do like trolling with clickies and hot swap. I'm like, you weak. You ain't down unless you solder it. Don't even bother with the meme unless you solder. Open it up, show me that it's soldered in, show me the joints, and then I'll enjoy. I'll partake in the content.
Thank you for joining the subscriber family.
Box blacks sound good in the Jelly Epoch. Is there anything that sounds bad in Jelly Epoch? Hi, Unoriginal. Greetings. 8008 ink is very similar to the Ink V2. I don't think there's any difference. Cherry topped inks? Do cream stem cherry top inks. My friend did that and it sounded very deep. It was a nice sound. It's just 3 switches and extremely expensive. I would personally never do it because Franken switches take up so much time. Kind of whack. Everything sounds the same in the Jelly. Kind of true. Everyone's been looking for them Razor Orange Giselle. It's definitely a thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and snap these in. I need something to work on. I literally am just flush with keep mats. This is not even right side up. What's up, Albert? Okay, this is a 6.25U. Why would Razer send you those switches? If you get current gen, it's gonna be the wrong one. You gotta get some vintage stuff. Like, there's a technique to it. It's not worth my time personally, but people have been hella into that. Buying keys on eBay is sus. It is. Yo, but people be selling artisans and stuff on eBay. And GMK. JWK on Palmer F4.5. I would personally do F4.5, but in most cases, like, I don't think there's a plate that sounds bad with JWK. I do have some on hand. Oh, Chew, was it in the package? Artisan stuff is mostly on Etsy. Well, there's the difference. I'm talking about the rare artisans. I'm talking about the stuff that people pay hundreds of dollars for. The artisans on Etsy are mass produced and they're like 20 bucks. At most like 30. I'm talking about that, some rare stuff where people bid crazy on it. I haven't really tried Akko switches, but there's so many other options that aren't from companies that have had some form of history of cloning. I don't really care to go out of my way to try some Akko switches, but I haven't heard bad things. I'm very old man with my switch choices. You know I use inks. You know this. Nothing has changed. The only thing that kind of pulled me away from that would be SP Star Meteor Whites. I have broken in MX Blacks as well, but they're okay. I seen the new OutLab boards. They're pretty cool. QC65 seems like it's going to obliterate the affordable market. So we shall see what happens to everyone else, how they respond. Of course, they weren't the first, so everyone else kind of paved the way. Okay, let's switch this as a 65% keep mat. That's a 75% TKL. We're going to work off of that one. This is the point I've been dreading, which is to solder in the 0305, but it's on a desoldered PCB. Gonna be some fun times. Factory lube Aurora switches? Nah, I have not. Meteor Whites, Lanniston, you got a spring swap, man. Just like switches, I know what kind of switch I like. I know what spring I like. So I always swap them. But yeah, 55 grams is way too light for me personally as well. Alright. This is gonna suck. I'm not mad at the person who hired me. I'm mad at myself for not checking. Let's see. Stabs are in. I'm not even bother checking because it's Milmax. If there's an issue, I can just take it out later. So let's turn on RTX voice. Do you have an aluminum plate for Bakaneko? Comment. I mean, if you have an aluminum plate, sure, but best linear switches, it's gonna be a preference, and I'm gonna say inks every time because you can make them pop, you can make them thocc. I guess you can make them clack too, kind of. Alpacas on our end game on FR4, they're pretty damn good. Gateron Pro Silvers? I've never heard of those. No, it's not gonna be plateless. Although plateless would have been easier. I'm gonna leave it here so I can see all the pieces. So here's the tough thing, right? I need some tweezers to work with, but I have to make sure I don't burn myself. So these are the Milmax sockets. Look at them. That's them. Oh shit. Right? I have to get this onto the joint relatively like that. So what I'm doing is just kind of getting it to stick, and from there, make sure my tip is clean, no solder, because I don't want to melt the inside. Let me heat this up. And I'm just gonna solder in from the top. I know it's ass backwards, but it's the only thing I can do here. Pro switches go low travel. Oh, for elite gamers, it is a Casper manage. Jose, Brendan, what's up, man? I noticed you. Way beyond your ability level. This is not something I'm gonna say is easy. Not at all. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. So let me turn off the autofocus. I'm doing it from the top. So now it's gonna heat through. I push it through. And it's in. That's what I'm gonna do for the entire board. And then I'm gonna have to go back and then actually solder it in. There's a little bit of solder in there. It's kind of friction fitted. It'll technically work, but I'm concerned about it pulling out. I need a drink, chat. I need a drink. I don't want to put it on here because I'm gonna burn myself. So let's see. See, with solder in there, it doesn't really come down. So I just gotta let it heat and push it down. But I also gotta push it down all the way. Gotta be very careful with the joints so I don't lift any pads. I agree with y'all. I got tired of thocc too, but we are using linear thocc switches today. Like, that's in the name. Hopefully this looks annoying. Yeah. If I could even get it in. Like, that one's fighting me. So what I'm doing is using the Milmax socket to transfer heat. I don't even think this is possible. Yeah, it's not the fact that it's just Milmax, it's the fact that it's desoldered and we're trying to Milmax it. Because technically, I may just have to go clean all these joints. It's not a personal build. It's a commission. I'm not buying keyboards right now. So you're not gonna see a personal. What I can also do is push with tweezers and heat the pad. Because what's scary about this is that you may push the pad out. You don't want to do that. It's a very high risk of like lifting a pad for sure. It's one of those don't recommend to do at home. Depending on how the speed goes, we may just have to tell the client that we're gonna have to solder it in. Because I cannot clean, like deep clean pads. What board that may come out? I mean, raffle boards. That's what people really want. Like the red unicorn looks really cool, even though I already have one. Yeah, the pad's lifted. So that's not good. I'm gonna test it right now. And I'm gonna have to solder it in. I can fix this bridge with a bridge because the pad didn't rip off yet. But this job is not possible. So you see it live, and don't do this at home. So right now the pad came off, but the trace didn't break. So I can push it back down. What's up, Hyper? I'm not Milmaxing this because I'm trying to transfer heat through a socket and it's just not gonna do it. So if the connection is gone, you're gonna see me bridge something live, which is fine. Keyboards have redundancy. So if one thing breaks, you can kind of connect it to something else and continue the circuit. But I am not Milmaxing this. So push through and then it lifted. I'll show you what you don't want to see on your board. Let's see. Right here. Let me stop this down a little bit more. Right there. That pad's come off. The good news is I can glue it because it hasn't separated. But I'm going to check if the connection's still there. Ailey, don't worry. Your board will work, but it's not going to be Milmax. It's just, I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. The Milmax is not happening. I'm gonna check this. Alright, see? The backspace still works, but it's hanging by a thread. What I'm gonna do is solder that shit in. I'm just gonna fill it. Alright, Ailey, we need a decision from you live. Do you want me to just solder in the sockets? Because Milmax is solder in the switches, because Milmax is not gonna happen. This is not. There's a way to do this, but it's gonna take me like 2 hours to clean it up. What's up, Cobb? Milmax everything but that one joint? No, you can't, because every time I go through the process, it's the same risk. It's like, am I going to be able to insert it, or am I going to just lift the pad because it's pushing through? Yeah, we're gonna solder it in, Ailey. Sorry that we're not gonna have a Milmax board for you, but I also don't want you to have a dead board. I've done this before where someone told me, they also told me after the fact, they had me do an E6.5, they only had one PCB, and they said, can you Milmax it? I'm like, I can try, but if I break the PCB, it's gone and it's on you. I ended up half lifting one pad. Like, luckily for them, I lifted a pad at the caps lock, so I think I killed their step caps option, but the regular caps worked. But the process was just so painful and unreliable. Yeah, it's just not worth it, especially since it seems like there's only one PCB. I'm gonna go ahead and solder in. I'll worry about that in a second. We're just gonna insert the switches, but let's listen. These are linear thoccs. Just lubed, no film. Gazoo linear thoccs. I'm gonna get off of RTX voice real quick. My fee for building board is $100 to start. It is definitely a deep switch. Yeah, it's not, you can't just replace it. It's not like a DZ60. Yeah, don't film linear thocks, I don't think, because these switches are very tight. Alright, Ailey, don't worry, you're in good hands. The board will work. I also wouldn't want to remove those. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. I think your backspace might sit a little higher. I wonder if I can, the stab key will still work, right? Like in terms of height, I just hope they're both like even. Sounds like palm. Raise backspace, new trend. Yeah, marshmallow linear thoughts are different for sure. Alright, let's just test this real quick. Let's just see if we got something. Hopefully at least the backspace doesn't tick. Perfect. Sounds great. Okay. That thing's like in there. Music. Now I need to test the other switches. These are the Gazoo linears, yeah. Alright, chat. Everyone in chat, repeat after me. Do not Milmax desoldered PCBs. Everyone got it? Do not Milmax desoldered PCBs. Not worth it. Unless you're willing to, one, just throw away your Milmax, which costs money. Two, throw away your PCB. Not worth it. Do not Milmax desoldered PCBs. Especially if someone else desoldered it. If you desolder with an F301 and you go ahead and wick every single joint, which is what I was doing to fix that one up, which is applying that braid, applying heat, and kind of sucking in whatever solder's left, you can possibly solder it in. It's still a pain in the ass, it's still risky. But do not Milmax desolder PCBs. If it's already desoldered, either get a new one or get a different board, okay? Star your stabs in? Dude, just super glue your stabs in, bro. Okay. You did last week? Raw, was it easy? Was your butthole clenching the whole time? You can't, you may have done it, but was it easy? Is this right? Do not mill max these solder PCBs. Yes, them. Okay. Okay, that key was a little weird. Is that HK set? I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I have no idea. It says Project Mythos Pegaso base. Wave 80 versus FPTL. I don't know, my Wave 80 the sockets didn't line up, so we're good. We're good. We're good. Is it from drop? I just holy modded the spacebar today, Pingu. Some piece was actually kind of loose, so you can. True. We wanna give advice for the lowest common denominator, like myself. And if you say you can, people are just gonna destroy the piece and be like, Andy said so. Just like how some PCBs are tight and you can technically do mil-max hot swap, it's probably not recommended. Took like an hour and a half. And it's like it's only like half an hour longer than regular mil-maxing. You had to solder in 10 switches and desolder clean to get the mil-max to fit. Oh yeah. Oh, so you're using the switch to give it a good, like a thick enough molten joint? Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun, man. Okay, let's grab the board plate. Ailey, are we doing a PC plate or brass? Step bro, it's too tight, don't do it. What switch would you recommend to someone who enjoys U4Ts in terms of feel and sound, is getting bored of them? How are you getting bored of U4Ts? Do you want to still do tactiles? I can sell you some MoU blacks that are different from U4Ts. They're louder and a heavier bump. But to go from U4T to like a linear, I don't know. Maybe you want a lighter tactile? PC. Alright, do PC. Lighter tactile, I would recommend the Corsa. Look up pewters, navies. Just don't go from U4T to U4T to Holy Panda. I don't think they're very far apart. Oh, we're gonna use our little fork today. Well, start from over here. How much for the MoU blacks? Them things expensive. I love tactility. DM me in the server. I got you. I have a price already, and it's less than whatever I paid. I just need to get rid of them because I need money. I'm a broke ass bitch right now. Because I like kept them. I was like, oh, I'll just do a sound test. Some people want to hear a Bobo or a MoU black, and then nobody ever requested. None of you guys ever request the MoU Black sound test. I'm like, why am I holding on to this? Nah, you good, Ali. You're good. We're gonna get you PC. While you're here, do you want step caps? Or regular caps? How do I do this? Here? Step, got it. Alright, chat, help me remember that. Don't let me forget. I'm relying on you all. Pay rent or get a QK65. Don't rush about the QK65. I can almost guarantee you people are going to buy it, and within a few weeks they're going to see something else come out and they're going to want to upgrade from the QK65. So if you miss the first drop, you're going to be able to get it. Allab stuff gets resold. Yo, nuts! Don't say that again. I seen it. I'm gonna have to mute your ass. All right. We have eyeballs, and it wasn't funny the first time. It's not funny the second time. Third time means you're gonna be gonzo. That's how clickies, silent or not. Wait, there's silent clickies. What? You sold the Mr. Stu. You want 7V or easy E7V2? Easy E7V2 is gonna be a downgrade from Mr. Stu though. I really don't know what this bottom row is supposed to look like. I'm just gonna stick something in here. No, board stays king for more than 2 months anymore. Yeah. People just have like very short attention span, so they just get bored of stuff. Bored of boards, get it? Your student loans come in May. Y'all worry about your finances. Like, I know none of you care about this, like care about finances, but let me give you I need to like put some knowledge out into the world. Financial literacy. Let's say you have $200. Put that $200 into a Roth IRA account instead of just immediately spending every $200 extra you get on keycaps or a keyboard or something. Because of the magic of compound interest, that money will allow you to buy a Jane within. I need to do the math. I need to do this right now because I feel like y'all freaking crazy, bro. I feel like y'all freaking crazy. All right. Compound interest calculator. All right, chat. How many months does it take to get from $200 to a Jane? With assuming 8%. I know no one gives a shit, but I want to like help one person. Monthly contribution 0, just 200 one time. As long as you're okay with leaving the 7V on your desk all day since carrying the 7V will be asked. Yeah, 7V is too heavy. Which boards do you think that would be, FitLab? Alright, okay. Let's just see. Let's just say 1 year. In 1 year, assuming 8%, that $200 becomes 216, I think. I'm pretty sure. I think I did the math right. Yeah, 1 year becomes 216. And in 2 years, you gain 16 bucks the first year. And now you're getting 17 the next year. Wait. Yeah. Now it's actually really low. It's not that much. So it might take a few years. Let me see, 10 years. But that's assuming you don't do anything else with that money, just $200. 10 years you have 431. Well, let's say every month you get $200. Let's say every month you get like, you put 50 bucks away. And let's say in 2 years, how much you have. So you start with $200 and for 2 years, instead of like eating out so much, you take $50 a month and put it aside. So that is 24 months times 50. It's actually not that much for a short period of time. So you put in 1400, you have 80 bucks more. I'm having a very, very bad example right now because these are such small numbers. I need more than that. I'm trying to think. What would be the number that would make people think twice about it? It's pretty scuffed. Because 8% is... Because with this stuff, you have to put it in long term. Here, I'll give you the number I was looking at because I was talking to a lender about buying a house, right? I had $95,000. I know there's a lot of money for you all. $95,000 because it's part of the house down payment. Instead of putting that toward a down payment, I would put into ETF, which is like a more index fund, which is lower risk than just buying stocks. Because people are like, buy GameStop. No, it's not that. Buy crypto. No, it's not that either. So $95,000, if I just put it away and don't look at it for 10 years, that becomes $205,000. So that's $95,000 today. 10 years from now, I don't look at it. Without doing any work, that money becomes more than twice. It more than doubles. So if you think about it like this, instead of spending every dollar you get and then you take losses when you resell it, because right now things don't sell for more than you paid. You don't really. Back then you could get profit off of KB67 Mark II, but if you think about putting money aside for your future, so you don't have to work every single day of your life, that's gonna be more impactful than buying every single, like dropping $80 every time there's a new Switch. Like I know shoes makes lit sound tests and videos, and I know what Zaku's dropped today. I know they're doing a recolor some shit. But if you just think about every time you have a little bit of money, put that aside. Instead of like, okay, you already have 5 sets of switches and 2 keyboards. You don't need another set of switches. Every time you get that urge to spend something, put that money aside. Don't think about it. Put it to an account, like put it into an account that grows with compound interest. Before you know it, you're gonna have your money grow way more and be able to buy nicer things in 5 to 10 years than spending every $200 you get, $50 you get. 95K is like the problem is I live in Southern California, so buying houses are like $1 million. So 95K is like half of a down payment for a house, and in some places that may be an entire house. I'm just kidding, but it feels like it sometimes. If you buy new board or switches every time, you run out of money, dude. So it doesn't really apply with small amounts of money, but if that money grows, like if let's say you're 16 years old right now, you won't really need money until way later. If you talk to your parents about setting up a Roth IRA, and instead of spending your birthday money as soon as it comes on something stupid, like a PS5 that goes out of favor in a few years. Let's say you already have a Nintendo Switch. Ask your parents to take the $500 they're gonna give you, buy a PS5, put it into something, and then later on in life, when you want to buy something that costs real money, like not just plain money, you don't have to worry about things. Like it's hard for me to like. There's a big gap between me as almost 30 years old trying to buy a house, and then most of you all, which are younger and just kind of looking at the next shiny Switch or keyboard. But it's something I wish I was taught when I was younger, when I was in school, that if I just think about kind of delaying gratification for a little bit, my life could be way easier later. PS5s are an investment. To be fair, they're still kind of hard to buy. Roth IRA can only be invested with earned income as a tax on the way in. Yeah, it's post-tax money for the Roth IRA, but it's just an account that you can have. Okay, I have an issue here. I'm gonna have to try to remove this one. This Milmax socket, I'm gonna try to remove it without lifting a pad, because I have one socket in here and one that's blank. Save out the bread now, pays dividends later. Yeah, for real. Because here's the thing. So me trying to buy a house in Southern California, a house is about $1 million. What you want to do is put 20% of that down. So you're going to give away 20% of $1 million, which is $200,000. Most people, most adults my age, younger, older, they're living paycheck to paycheck. So every month, they only after they pay their bills, their rent, their food, their expenses, they may have like $100. How many months will it take to put $100 down to reach $200,000 to buy a house? That's not even accounting for the fact that a lot of people have student loans. So when you get into that situation where you're spending every dollar that comes in rather than kind of putting it aside and making it work for you so that you don't have to work every single day of your life, it becomes a problem. So kind of think about that now. It's like, if you're trying to buy a new board or Switch, do you need that? Is it going to make you happier long term? Or can you find joy in the things that you already have? Is 20% down on a house general or minimum or a fairly good target? It's something you should hit, because you can do less. You can do 10%, but you should set that aside, because the reality is you're going to need like 25%. So typically repairs and stuff, it's going to be like another 10, 20 grand. After you move into the house. This is not working. I need a bigger tip. I need to pull this socket out, or else it's not going to work. React live to keep videos. I wouldn't want to do that because I wouldn't be mean to people. Exactly, FitLab knows. So here, let's bring it down to terms you guys will understand while I figure out how to freaking desolder this out. Let's say you have a keyboard. Let's say you have a bocc. Let's use the example that we see right here. Let's say you have a bocc right here. On the market right now, the PCB for a bocc is $150. They're flipping it. Let's say you send it to Andy Nguyen and he destroyed your PCB. Let's say he says, there's no warranty. You asked me to do this. You're responsible to buy another PCB. You've budgeted, let's say $500 for the bocc and the PCB. Now you have an emergency where the PCB is broken, you have to replace it. And because there's no availability, you have to pay $150, which is a large sum of money. It's like more than 10% of the keyboard. And you have to spend it on a PCB. That is what's called an emergency. You pull into your emergency fund. If you were living paycheck to paycheck and you only had $100 extra, now you have a paperweight. You're gonna have to wait 2 months to be able to spend all your money to replace a PCB for your keyboard to get it to work. Or else you have nothing. Or else you feel like you lost out on 500 bucks. Does that make sense? Like, that's not how emergency funds should work. But for most people where you don't have to worry about your bills and getting sick or getting into a car accident or having a car repair or something, that's the best I can give you. I don't think this is gonna come out. This thing's like stuck in there. So I'm trying to heat the entire socket and push it through. Oh my god. I'm just gonna reflow solder into there and push it out. It needs a bigger molten area. Good TK under 500. How much is Mr. Suit right now? Alright, so I just soldered that entire thing. I'm gonna switch tips. Get the thin tip, heat up from the inside, and try to push it through so that this switch isn't uneven. I don't think the thocc are scratchy. Oh shit! Actually, I took that back. They're not great. They're not great. I'm gonna loosen this up, take this off, so I can take out this Mil-Max socket. God damn it, that one lifted too. Fuck. This might have to be bridged. We'll see once I solder in a switch. Alright, we're just gonna run with it. Let me test if that's gone. And it might need a bridge, which should be fine. It's not a key switch. And the bridge is going to be the resistor next to it. Cream scratch? It's not cream scratchy. Yeah, this is going to need to be bridged. So I'm just going to solder a switch and figure it out after. And bridging requires a wire to connect two joints. I have wire somewhere. I might have to do it after the stream just because it's gonna take a minute. Recommendation for linear switches to fit in a Red Dragon K50. I don't think most switches fit into those because those are using different types of hot swap sockets for the Red Dragon. Like most switches, the pins are gonna be too fat. The only thing that's comforting me right now is that the fact that these switches are snapping into the plate. I don't have to use the fork. But everything else has been stressful. My opinion on GMK clones is don't buy them. I made the video where I talked about the glorious controversy, right? I kind of go over my opinion in there. Mil-maxing is just using a tube where the switch pin goes in, and it creates a connection without being soldered. They're tight on the stems. Yeah, I felt that already, for sure. So mil-maxing, you typically do it before. You do it on a fresh PCB at least. We can't do it here because there's already solder in all the joints and it's not going to work unless it's cleaned. And I just don't think it's worth it because it's always a risk. I tried some KTT on Otemu Mil-max and oh my god, it like broke my finger. I ended up, was I using KTT? I may have been using something else, but I ended up pushing the Kale Hot Sauce socket and lifting that too, because it's just so tight. Yeah, it's a satisfying sound sleeving. I wish I could hear that sound all the time, because if it doesn't snap like that, it means it's likely the plate needs support. And it's so annoying. Okay, I'm gonna swap it back to regular mic. Now I can hear the full snap. Would traditional hot swap sockets work fine? Traditional hot swap sockets being Kale hot swap sockets? No. Those only work with PCBs designed for Kale hot swap sockets. There are some boards that can do both, I think. I think some through holes I saw you could do both. But nah, you can't. It won't work. I don't need a switch fork, bro. It's snapping. You hear that? We don't need no switch fork here. But I do have one. It's literally on the screen. You can smell me from here, Luke? I didn't shower, bro. You should probably close your nose. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So that pad, like right here is this Mil-max took the pad with it. That's the pad, that's the ring. So without that ring, the connection's gone. So what I had to do is, and maybe it'll try to make it work, but what I had to do is connect that switch pin to something else. Because the keyboard is designed in series, so it'll be fine. You just have to figure out what that is. And to do that, there's some electrical engineering involved. But someone like me who doesn't have the experience, I just touch every component nearby until it works. But I'll make it work. Yeah, it's all good. At least you have PC and RGB. Cause like the Rama Zenith is the other board that has this layout. That's okay. I actually like this. This one's more fun. Hi, Mitch. I am doing okay. Austin, you gonna use your EE degree? You gonna tell me how to make this bridge? Alright. What I want to do first is figure out how to fix this switch. Well, iron's still here, right? It's still heated. Let me switch tips. Also, quick note, TS80P, this portion isn't hot. Don't do that with Hako. You'll burn the fuck out of your finger. This is an old GB, that's why. Wait, Lysol? That's a person? Alright, I'm gonna show you how a dumbass like me solders and fixes a pad. So first things first, let's solder in that switch or that pin. So one pin is done, okay? Second thing is, I'm gonna slice this off, right? I'm curious to see if that works before I even test anything. I have no faith that it will work, but I'm curious if it does. I just want to know how screwed we are. Right. Cool. Wait. Why is nothing working? Excuse me? Oh, nothing's soldered, dumbass. So that's what you soldered, but let me touch these pins. Okay. Okay. So it does not work. I have a piece of solder. Is this long enough? Maybe. Yeah, this part's cool. So I'm following this trace. I'm gonna see if it connects if I make that connection. So from here to here. I don't think it does because I think it's going through. There's just so much jank going on right here. Pockets are good. I'm gonna get a longer piece. Disconnect this. You like the suit? Suits? I don't love the space part of the suit, but overall it's kind of cool. Alright. So the backspace is fine. Did I trigger it? How did I trigger print? I don't even know what key it's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be print? Let's see. It might work. Yeah, learning how to fix your PCB is very useful because things go wrong. But this is always why you buy something with two PCBs. Chong, I can't speak Vietnamese. Biết sao nói tiếng Việt? Không biết sao đọc, chỉ có biết sao nói thôi. Please work, please work. Alright. They're your favorite? They do thocc, so I can see it. Let's see if this jank works. No one uses print screen. No, it doesn't work. I don't know how it was triggering something, but that's not it. I don't even know what key it's supposed to be. All right, let's pull off of that. That wasn't working. I can't do test matrix because it's not in. It's not showing up. So it's only my H16. So if I do test matrix, it's only going to show my 60%. Alright. I don't like staring into this, but I will have to. Just trying to follow the trace. Trigger something. So it's triggering print. But I don't think it's right. Alright. Might as well just solder down the line and figure. To do my guess and check method, I kind of have to have more switches soldered. I'm just going to leave it and just get to work. R3 for Mr. Suit? Aren't they like 600 bucks? Yeah, he may have soldered it to be print screen, but for the bridge to work, it should be triggering consistently. Ah, damn it. Lost my little... You broke a Q2 last month? Do they sell extra PCBs? What's spectacle? You ripped the daughter Oh, I've done that. That was that mammoth. That one pissed me off. We got lifted paths because we're trying to mil-max a desoldered, non-cleanly desoldered PCB. So we're gonna have to make one bridge. I'm gonna solder this all in so I can figure out the bridge. Building a bocc keyboard. Oh, really, Bobby? That sucks. Because I think I need to get the JSON. Does anyone know where I can get the JSON for this? Or the hex or something? It's not bad, it's just like any kind of desolder. It would have to be FR301 desoldered, and there's no way you would know. But even FR301 is not perfect. Like the board I did a mil-max on a desoldered PCB, I desoldered it. They asked me to desolder and put Milmax in, so I was like, alright, I'll try. Like, you have a working board. You have your layout, but yeah. Just gonna do our best. The bocc 40? Nah. My board's super old too. Resetting and see if lights up consistently? What do you mean? The lights all turn on. We're talking about the one key. We need to make that bridge so that key works. But the client's gonna need the JSON at some point, or the hex. No one likes T1 sound, bro. The description says I'm building a Bakaneko? God damn it. How did I mess this up? It's a rough day, I guess. Now, let me just solder. I don't want to get too distracted. The key on Via? Reset on Via, see if print screen lights up? Oh, right. You're right. I think it was. I got you. Does BBC thocc? Oh, no. No. This is a children's stream, dude. Family-friendly stream. Alright, the build command works. Oh, we're talking about under the description? Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about now, the YouTube description. I honestly didn't know that there was a build in there. My bad. British Broadcasting Corp? Yeah. That's exactly what we're talking about. And the black couch too. You like long pole, Mr. Rockstar? After trying long pole, I still like the regular pole. It's personal preference at the end of the day. Yeah, long pole with the reduced travel isn't my favorite feeling. It just feels a little bit too abrupt. Sound is great, it's just the feeling for me. I'm gonna double check which key is down here. feels like it looks like they made a mistake and they desoldered because they may have misplaced one of the keys. So we'll check it real quick. Long poles and TX stabs. I mean, long poles in general just kind of accentuate issues with stabs because it teeters a bit. Making sure that this is all lined up. Yeah, we did. Paka's good. Nothing wrong with Pakas. Alright. Let's try and figure out that bridge again. I'm just gonna use a long piece of solder. This is a jank way of doing it. And then I don't know where my wire is, but I can't really figure out. But you should fix it with a wire. It's like it's a weird mount comic. Alright. Now that this is all soldered, I can use the other joints to test. Get this to work. Alright. So you see I press this, it won't work, but the other keys do. That's function. Right? So what I need to do is I know that joint or that pad is gone. So I'm gonna go touch along to see if I can register the key. So it just registers one time, you said? It registers every time, the print screen. But it's not doing a print screen. I think it works because if I just drop it anywhere, it's not doing anything. But if I touch the right thing, it does. I'll have to like do more testing later, but I'm gonna go ahead and solder this. I will use a wire later anyway just to make it more secure, and we'll get it done. So ironically, it bridges to the other Milmax socket. How's the build going? Not great, but we'll finish it. Alright. Whenever a streamer has to bridge, it's not a good sign. But the board will work, and it will still have the RGB. It'll be fun. Let me see if I can find wire, because this doesn't make it feel great. We're gonna use wire. We found the wire. I can use the wire cutter. Tools I have not had to use for a long time. Are you even still having it? Dude. Okay. Y'all learning today. Okay. Considering this is PC, let's just use a blue wire. Excuse me. Okay. Wire. What gauge is this? The box doesn't say anything? No way. I know. I think it's 22. Let me look at my Amazon purchases. Oh, sorry. Does wire color matter? Nah. It's just to help you identify what you did. I don't even have it in my Amazon. We'll find out. Hi, G-Cat. Cool. Is that on manual? That was loud. So I want to see how long that's going to be. It's not very long, so I'll cut it here. Sorry for hating on me. I don't even remember, dude. Don't worry about it. So both of these joints have solder on it. So all I gotta do is heat the solder, touch the wire, it'll make a connection. And because this is rubber, it shouldn't short when it won't touch anything else and short, which is why you don't want to use solder because it's kind of metallic. It'll just short on everything. Thanks, Jacob. The wire from an old Ethernet cable is perfect for that if you don't have that kind. Yeah, you can use any wire. If you have like a broken radio, there's wires inside too. You can get creative with it. Wire is wire. We use tweezers now. little toasty. Alright. That's good enough for me. That's how it looks. Looks like it was intentional. No, it's not. Andy Vini went screwed up today. Okay. Was too overconfident. It splits. Did you just take a shower and you said you came back and then you asked that question and then I answered it? Let me know if this was what happened. Cool. Sick. Thanks for coming back, Chris. You missed me scuffing it and lifting... half lifting a pad and lifting another pad. But I think I fixed it. God, man. I'll take a vacation after tonight. I'm done. I'm just kidding. I have too many obligations to fulfill. So building keyboards is not hard, but it gets hard when things are messed up. Huh? Nothing where? Nothing where? Desk? Alright. Chat, my wife wants me to take the child. What? Zoom this out. Use my pedal. Want to say hello, Jackson? Say hi. Why you suddenly look tired? Why would I make my own Switch? Making switches is like just picking specs. It's not all that exciting. He looks high. The chihuahuas be like that though. True face of the channel. He instantly just goes to sleep. Jackson just witnessed a lifted pad. That breed of dog always looks high. Goop the snoot. Nope. Not gonna get pissed. It looks so high. How do I build the keyboard while holding a dog? We'll be here. Fingers probably smells like solder. Yeah, it probably does not smell delicious. Touch the keyboard. Why? Okay, sure. Let me put it together first. So I think it's... What's the order of operations for this? Here, actually, let me test the entire piece before I get ahead of myself. What's Jackson's favorite board? I don't think he hears. I don't think he has a choice. I don't think he has preference. You got that? I'm done with this. Let me go to sleep already. Look, yeah. He always has that look, dude. Real talk. Okay, everything else is looking good. Wait, J's not soldered. God. Also, good thing I checked. Is J not soldered? Oh, I missed a joint on J. Chat, how'd you let me do this? Where's Jay? How'd you let me do this? Right there. The hole's not filled. I gotta let him go to solder. Alright, go to mommy. Go. Chat, you failed me. So, Keepmat Instagram story the other day. If you have to solder real quick in a pinch, just use the back of the mat. Let's try it out. You don't want to pull out your solder mat because if you mess up the bottom, whatever, right? Whatever. The stream is my sense of madness. It's probably one of the worst days for me because I'm tired, and this was a bunch of curveballs, but I'm professional. We get it done, okay? It just takes a minute. All the mistakes tonight, yeah. Swatch and Omega Speedmaster collab? No, I haven't. Where's Jay? Alright, that's it. I usually don't scuff this bad. Normally scuffs are just kind of like a temporary thing, but I feel bad today that there was like actual issues to the board. But we'll make it right. Okay. Everything works. Let's go grab the bottom case and figure out how this screws together. Because this is complicated. On the watches? My watch isn't. I haven't worn it in 2 days. Let me wear it a little bit and then I can charge it up. I've never broken a keyboard. Hey, is it broken or is it just fixed? Broken implies it doesn't work. It works though. Like, does it not work? I guess it, wait, I think it screws into the top and then slides in. That's the only way, because if I screw it in here, I won't be able to screw into the top. So let's go ahead and do that. You just bought a sub? Oh, wait, did you? Let me check. Are you talking about membership? Did I miss it? Thank you, Hyper Mode. I tried. We took risks today and they don't always pan out, okay? Someone really joined members today? Let me see. Proof? Oh, we just got Mr. One that Mar1? I can't read this. I think Mar1 joined us today. Okay, so top mount, but it also screws into the bottom via the PCB, which is odd. Right? This, okay, I think that's how it goes. There's a bunch of bags of screws. I don't know. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 4, 8, 4, 7. No, 8. I'm gonna guess the smallest screws are for this. Maroon, like the color. Okay. Thanks, Maroon. Maroon. Okay. Let's see. It might not work. No, that's not right. It's too short. Wait a second. Wait, how would that screw in? If I were to screw this in, how do I screw in the... Wait a second. Do I have to solder this? It's not a rolly, bro. Was there an order of soldering this that I messed up? Yeah, it would be pretty stiff. You don't have to? Oh. So just do the top mount? Are lavenders still worth it in 2022? I never liked lavenders because the QC shoes were bunk. Would you just want to bottom mount it if you had the choice? Wait. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, no. Okay. So one screw goes in through the top. Okay. 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 I got it. I got it. It's like a sandwich mount through the plate. The bottom you don't need to screw. Maybe. It's a demonic looking style. Yeah. That's correct. Is anything threading? Yo, these screws like don't catch much. What the heck is he? Bro, let the client enjoy their layout. But yeah, I don't really trust this. I can't like. Yeah, I'm not doing the bottom part. It's not doing jack shit. It's just not. It's just not. They take years to thread. I don't trust it. Like, Because if I don't know where the end of it is, because these are unthreaded screw holes, taps, whatever, you can easily just keep threading and strip it, and it will never separate. So let's just ignore that mount or that screw. We're gonna sandwich it in, and the big screw goes all the way through. Right, the big screw goes all the way through. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna give you a PCB that. How does the weight go in? The fuck? Oh, it goes in from the side. Okay. I'm not gonna give you something that has lifted pads and stripped screws. I might as well just pay you for the keyboard and say sorry. There's just no way that's gonna happen. It better thought harder than anything, for real. You gotta give me that reward at the end, the payoff, you know? It's like that. Oh, there we go. Why is there adhesive right here? What is that? Excuse me? It's like... It's like the remainder of a sticker. Okay. So those are the small screws over here, the side screws. Okay, got it. I can do something right. Okay. And these are Phillips. Of course they're Phillips. Why wouldn't they be Phillips, right? Why the And it looks like they're very strippable. Great. Yeah, just get it in there enough. Does a thoc bocc with the bocc thoc? It should. We're using linear thocs on the bocc. It's in the name. Okay. Now big screws go through. I use these and probably these. 2.5. Okay. Wait, oh fuck. Fuck. I needed... The weight goes after. It's fine. Everything is fine. Insert burning dog and burning house meme here. I didn't do this. No, I didn't do the ones under the weight. There's just... Alright. We're fine, chat. We're fine. Everything is according to plan. Thing is, there was no plan. What's up, Kidweeb? How am I? I can't lie to you. I can't. If anyone asks anymore, I can't lie. I'm having a tough one tonight. But we're almost there. My ass is gonna go grab a drink and go to sleep. Actually, I have a campaign to finish. It's like dark. Do they still want me to film it? I requested an extension. It's just not. I'm gonna mess up the script. I can't do it tonight. No way the QK65 sounds better than Mo 65. It can if you're someone that really likes that that PE foam sound. If you like the PE foam sound, you're gonna say the QK65 sounds better than Mo 65. Now, whether the internals and the externals are gonna be the same fit and finish, probably not. The QK65, from what I was told from Bad Seed Tech, the internals is where they took the shortcuts. So that is kind of fair because you can get a cheaper price. And why do I have an extra screw? Oh, I don't. They have a cheaper price, and no one really cares about the internals. They just want a good-looking board on the outside that sounds good to the ears. So if just the internals were the shortcuts, I think a lot of people are gonna be happy with that. Whereas the Mo 65 is kind of a good standard for fit and finish. It's not the most amazing. It's not the most flashy. It's not the most interesting in mount. but it is a good keyboard package. Aftermarket Mode 65 or wait for QK? Wait for QK, and if you miss, go grab a Mode 65. Because aftermarket Mode 65 should not be high. QK has no daughter board. That's gonna limit flex. But that, I guess that's one of the shortcuts. I didn't want to review it just because I'm tired of reviewing everything. But if it doesn't have a daughter board, that makes sense. Daughter board is an extra cost. Yeah, not everyone loves PE foam soundboards. I don't really like it either. I talked to Batsy Tech and Batsy Tech was like, this is a great package. So I trust him. Smart dude. Alright, chat. I think we have a keyboard. I think we barely made it. I think we have a keyboard. Oh, we don't have keycaps on it. God. Alright. It's gonna take another minute. Or a few minutes. Okay. Did this arrive scuffed? Oh, man. There's like a little scratch on it. Oh, you can see. Can you see? Is the camera... That's not autofocus. Yeah, you see right there? On the top left? There, right there. 3mm is my recommendation, but the key mats are available and they're 4. It's kind of, it ends up being a preference thing as well. So this is sandwich mounted. What's up, Ben Alqua? I saw your throwback photo today with the vintage computers. I don't have photos from back then. Hey Ben, you gonna sell your MacBook Pro to keep the Mac Studio or what? That Pro doesn't go there? Mother... Fuck! God! Damn it! I just saw the escape and I kept going. Dude, these are so tight. No, I'm not gonna make you change it. Ali feels so bad. Ali feels so bad. Oh, fuck. It's like funny. It's funny. No, I can't finish stream. Like, close the stream. Oh my god, these are so... You guys are right. This thing's tighter than... I'm not gonna finish that. You're good. It's not your fault. ZXCVB. Nah, man, I stayed up till 1:45 to publish a video because I'm trying to finish all these obligations. I got another 3 obligations gotta finish by this weekend. It's grind time. Tight keycaps are prog. I don't know if it's tight keycaps or the fact that these stems be fat. This is the best keep stream I've ever seen. Oh god. Alright. We're moving. Nope, that doesn't go there, Andy. So this is sandwich mounted, but it's PC plate, so it does kind of deflect a little bit, but because the PCB is in contact with the bottom case, it's not going anywhere. It sounds much better with palm plate. Nice safe rider. I only have carbon fiber. These are Duroc V2s. How do I deal with being burned out? I'm probably the wrong person to ask. You just take breaks, give yourself permission to take breaks. But for me, I have trouble giving myself a break because this is my job. Like, it's not just a hobby, it's my job. It's not my full-time job anymore, but it's still my job. Like, the show where you guys are kind of laughing and joking along, it's my commitment to provide you entertainment and to provide you content. So I will do as much as I can, but just like how I started feeling overwhelmed, I closed off new commissions just because I wanted to give myself a little bit of breathing room. And I just tell myself at the end of the day, I have seasons. So right now I'm not really focusing on fitness because I have a few things I want to complete before summertime comes. So I'm not working out. Like, I'm not going to stress myself about working out like before dinner or like at 5 o'clock in the morning before I go to work. Right now I'm really focusing on the brand and my next steps as a creator. And that just kind of requires me to put some things on the back burner for a little bit. But I still have my full-time job. So gotta put my best foot forward in that. But I can't do everything all the time, all year round. It's just impossible. And I'm willing to get help. Like, I'm training a new editor so that I don't have to do everything myself. That's how you prevent burnout. STF. Thank you, Wish. I'm trying my best. And like, if this stream happened to me when I started streaming 2 years ago, it would have been much different. I'm comfortable because I've experienced like these issues before. I've learned how to fix them, and with experience, you feel less stressed, and that allows me to keep going. Even if I'm a little bit tired, I know this stream is gonna get finished, the board's gonna get built. But if you're starting out and just trying to figure everything out, maybe give yourself a break and don't expect results immediately. I do collaborate with other creators. That's one of my projects this weekend. I have to go talk with, no leaks, I'm not gonna tell you, but it's blank and blank and blank 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 and blankety blank. Those are their usernames. It's a YouTube collab this weekend. So if you can figure out the tone or my consonants, just pretend it's Wordle. Figure out who I'm going to be collaborating with soon. Stream times on YouTube are Wednesdays at this time. Like is Hypnotech. There's more than one. That could be it. Like goody. Yeah, that follows the consonants. That's not what I was thinking about. I was like, oh shit. Okay. Where's step caps? There you go. Tens and Lil Wayne. Now, dude, I want to collab with fucking Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg joined FaZe, right? I don't know how that happened, how they got a goddamn legend, but can't believe that's happening. That's crazy. That's just bonkers on every level. This board already happened a while ago. This is a dead stock, so you can't really buy this unless you buy a second hand, which is why we ran into the situation where the client bought the board and it was desoldered, and it was my fault. Like, Ailey, don't think it's your fault at all. It's my fault. I should check. Like, I should ask, is this a brand new PCB? Because someone else actually requested that I do a mill max of their board. And then they told me that it was going to be a desolder and a mill max. I was like, hold on. Hold the front door. We cannot do that. So if I had checked that, like, literally they asked just recently, I should have remembered and realized I should check with you as well. But after the stream started, I couldn't really turn back. If Snoop tells you to smoke his joint, you smoke that joint for real. Probably paid a good amount of money to get him, although it was all worth. He wore the face chain at Super Bowl. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. I didn't know it was a face chain. Like, I'm unaware, but it's crazy that he wore that in Super Bowl. Snoop probably bought a portion of FaZe. We don't know, huh? We don't know. Okay. I need control, short control. Control. Okay. Get a function here. Give me a page up and page down. Page up. Page up. Page down. Give me the right height page down. Where you at? You go. All right. Holy shit. We've actually assembled the keyboard. Y'all thought I wasn't gonna make it. I didn't think I was gonna make it either. Is that hair? Is that my hair? Or is that, did that come with the... Okay, I don't know if that's... yeah, I don't... Hopefully it's not my pubes. I didn't put my ball sack over this, so I think it'll be fine. Okay. Ninja, thank you for the support and staying. I know it's like 2 hours past your bedtime. Okay, let me get that plastic in here. Oh shit. You regretted learning Fusion? Why? Why do you regret? Isn't that a useful skill to have? I wish I knew Fusion. I only know 2D AutoCAD. Product designing sounds fun. Alright. So, from the outside, like, it looks fine. Right? Just don't look on the inside. Don't ask questions. It's not like there's a VOD of this that has empirical evidence of me destroying the PCB.
Thank you for joining the subscriber
way.
family.
You can buy things secondhand, but the request was just a little difficult. Like, after we dealt with the Milmax, it was fine. But yeah, they should have sent it to you attached. Like, I don't know why, because here's the problem. They took all the screws out, right? But they shipped it. Like, when I picked up the box, I heard the movement. I heard things clanging. So this weight was hitting the PC, and it could be scratching all of this. I mean, it doesn't look perfect. Let's not look too closely at it. PC just always scuffs, so just don't expect too much out of it. But they should have assembled it. But at the end of the day, you got this. I think it was well worth the wait, right, Ellie? Do you think force break is gonna be a standard thing now? I think so. It can only help, yeah. Yeah, I think it was worth the wait. I'm sorry for screwing up the PCB, but we got it taken care of. Right, we got it taken care of. There's no predictions here, so go ahead and just type your predictions. You're gonna have to figure out how to change the VIA. I don't have the software. Go ahead and type your predictions. Let me put up the screen. Where's my browser? Excuse me, browser? Don't show my P-Hub. Just kidding. Cool. Oh shit. It was a desolder PCB and we tried a Milmax, but that was a mistake. Don't Milmax the desolder PCB. We ended up just soldering normally. It's a bad time. Sure, it's not in video cast, so turn that off. Noise gate off. So this is the bocc PC plate. I just did the sandwich mount. No case foam. PC case. Lubed, no film. Lube with the 25G0. Dude, I'm hella tired. But we're almost done. Alright. Spring weight, I don't know. Stock spring? No, we spring swapped to something. It's not bad. I forgot. I don't know how the client would know. Alright, let's do this. Linear thocc on the bocc. The texture of the keycast is odd. Let's do a slow one so you can hear the sound. Yep, there it is. Let me see if the print screen works. If I go into Paint and I Control V, the key works. So I just print screen and I paste it into Paint and it showed me my screen. So the board is complete. The bridge worked, thank God. And you saw how I did it. I don't know anything about anything. I'm a dum-dum. But all I did was I took a piece of solder onto the lifted pad, kind of connected it to the pin, and then I just followed the line. There was a line, and then touched everything along that until the key worked. I was just depressing it. So I had to solder in both sides. I was depressing it, and then it worked. When I went over 2 switches, boom, fixed. I bridged it live without having to ask Chalix for help, because Chalix has an electrical engineering background and I usually ask him for help. If you ever have this situation happen to you, you can typically ask a GB runner, show them a picture of what's going on, tell them where like the lifted pad is, and they can probably tell you, because more likely than not, they designed the PCB. Oh no. My face cam is gonna die. Major scuff, cause overheating. Alright, you don't need my face. It's a shoob stream now. It's a shoob stream now. But overall, the board is thocc. The switches are thocc. They are a long pole, so you may or may not like it. They're not the smoothest switch, okay? So if you're looking for a smooth switch, maybe look elsewhere. But the character of the switch is pretty good. I don't think I would avoid it, but if you want a deep sounding switch, this is probably it. The stream doesn't get any better. How do these compare to inks? They're both kind of the same kind of category of like deep sounding switch. Just listen to the sound test. I personally like inks more because 1, they're not long pole, and 2, they can have like a poppy sound. This is kind of like a more dull sound. It doesn't really, like, the character of the deep sound is different. So you can have deep and then you can have like poppy deep. It sounds like fucking bullshit. I'm sorry, the description of sounds and keyboards is weird. But yeah, the RGB is amazing. I love the the diffusion of this in the case. We saw the moon tower. The RGB diffusion here is better than the moon towers for sure. And it probably has to do with the fact that the weight is smaller, so the RGB can actually come out more and diffuse into the PC case. Also, the moon tower was smoky PC. One of the main things I do not like about this is the mounting style. The PCB is touching the ball in the case, so now it can't really flex, right? It's just kind of held in place. It's really odd. And on the other thing is the green PCB it feels proto. Like, why are they using a green PCB for production? Like, it's so beautiful, and then you see the green PCB. It doesn't really show up, but with the PC plate, you can kind of see the green coming through. At least it's not perky RGB. It's not lighting up the green PCB. And he was asking about if any other keycaps are scuffed. Oh, we're talking about the keycaps themselves, if they're scuffed. I don't remember seeing anything. It's just whatever keycaps these are, these feel like rubbery. There's more texture on it. It's not as like rigid and smooth as like a GMK. So I was like gripping it a little bit when I was pressing. Like it just felt a little odd. Almost like chalky. Almost like you put a layer of flour over the keycaps. Yeah, the only thing that it was whatever key I showed you. Everything else looked fine. I mean, if it's not one of the keycaps I'm using right here, I wouldn't worry about it too much. The legending on whatever keycaps these are is actually more consistent than GTK. No, they're fine. It's just like probably rubbing against each other. All right, so we have a charity stream on Sunday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. PT. We're giving away a bunch of things. The charity is going to be for Hope for the Day, which is a mental health awareness or mental health charity. And let me see what we're giving away. We are giving away cable mod cables, TX stabilizers, Ultra Glides, which are broken in Hyperglide MX Blacks, more cable mod cables, banana split switches, a surprise spiky mukbang at 750 donations, Cyverate switches, Bobby 4Ts. Thanks to Brian for donating a lot of these switches. A special giveaway item that is going to be a surprise. Wait, yeah, surprise. Keycolt screw tray, thank you to Cobb, one of the patrons. A Palette G67 keyboard, courtesy of me. A GMK Noel plus novelties, brand new in box. Once again, that's GMK Noel and novelties, brand new in box. Courtesy of Prevail Keyco, one of the goats. Red Hex 4B, courtesy of Brian. And the top goal is going to be an entire stream in wing mode. And the top donor gets a signed photo of Jackson in a Squirtle suit. A chance for a day with me? Sorry, you gotta get permission from my wife for that. Yeah, I can throw in keep mats. I got keep mats. It's Sunday. It's Sunday PT. 9 a.m. PT Sunday. Yeah, Prevail come in hella big, bro. Love Prevail. If you remember, one of these donation goals was the lens that is on the camera that turned off. Okay, turn it back on. All right. So this camera, come back. Okay, this lens right here was actually the donation for it was half of the amount. Prevail came in and just like finished the donation goal for me to get this lens. Prevail's very generous. Prevail's one of the friends of the channel, and he supported me despite that shit I was dealing with last year where people were trying to cancel me. People still trying to cancel me today, as if they, for some reason, they believe that if they bring me down, they're gonna grow. Ironically, they're still not growing. So keep being toxic, keep being small PP. I'ma still keep thriving. But thank you for watching the stream. Ailey, thank you for having me build your board. Sorry we had some issues with it. We'll talk via email to get it sorted. And yeah, the bocc does thocc. Make sure you come through on the stream on Sunday. If you don't donate enough, Brian gets his hex back. Yeah. Thanks, Mish. All right. Have a great night, everyone. I'm gonna go to sleep. Peace out. See you on Sunday.